Hi folks, I'm in the mountains above the small and remote town of Pelaga in Borneo, and this is another wild durian. Yeah, this morning I told myself, oh, I haven't found a new durian species in weeks now. I hope I find one today. And then I found one, but I cannot be happy about it. Because of the location I found it. From here you cannot see that very well, but those mountains, there's been a lot of logging on them. There's been a lot of dirt roads, well, not dirt roads, basically bulldozed areas created. Look at all those trees. They've taken out only the most valuable trees. For example, this tree here is about 70 centimeters thick. And because it's splintered, they didn't even bother to take it away. The one above it is about 70 to 80 centimeters thick. They started cutting it down, then it broke. I guess 10 meters of straight bole is not enough. So they left it here. Yeah. A lot of the mountainsides look like there has been a war fought on them. It looks like for every tree they harvested, they made like maybe 50 or 70 meters of dirt road and killed 100 other trees. The sound you hear down here is not from woodcutters, but some people are making a new bridge because, of course, the road is being enlarged. But you can hear chainsaws now and then, several times a day here in the mountains. It's really horrible. If this durian was 30 meters further up, I could show you the whole mess here, but yeah. I didn't want to criticize too much, but the stuff I saw today is really unpleasant. If you look on Google Maps, there are giant jungles in central Sarawak in Borneo, but if you zoom in closer, they all crisscross by those dirt roads or bulldozed roads. And they've been all selectively logged for the most valuable timber. I guess it's still better than cutting down the whole forest, but yeah, this forest might recover, but it will never have the beauty and diversity it had just a couple years ago. Also, this type of logging opens everything up, of course, to erosion, to evaporation from the hot tropical sun. There are lots of invasive species along the road that now they can come up here. And even this durian tree, it survived. But it's not supposed to be like this, a 20-meter trunk and then a small bunch of leaves up there and nothing else down here. This is supposed to grow like this in the dense jungle and not in the open, just surrounded by a few smaller and even spindlier trees. Yeah, very sad occasion for finding this durian. I wouldn't have found it if there were not all those dirt roads which I'm using to go around here, but still a very sad thing. Well, let's switch to the durian. My phone doesn't like the color orange for some reason, so it seems that this durian is like yellowish orangish. But believe me, the color is the brightest orange you can imagine on an apricot or an orange or a mandarin. Really the brightest orange possible. The shape, well, those fruit fell down from the tree, but they are all not very well developed. So the normal fruit, this is actually also a smallish one, but I found it with the color still there on most of the pieces, and with all of them hanging together. So you can see it's kind of puriform. It's the shape of a pear or a fig, well, an inverted fig. So it's quite similar to the durian I found in central Kalimantan. Let's see, here is here is a bigger husk. Like you can see, it's kind of pear-shaped, similar to the one I found in central Kalimantan. And although there were some orange notes on the one in central Kalimantan, colors like red and pink and even greenish and whitish colors on some of the fruit on the ground prevailed. This one is plain orange, just like an orange or a mandarin. So I'm pretty sure it's a different species. Now let's get to the part we are all interested in, to the arils. Okay. This one is rotten, but I think you can see the arils are not bright red like in the durian I found in central Kalimantan. Here we go. Those seem to be okay. Look at them. The arils are white and translucent. Definitely a different species. I wasn't 100% sure, but now I am. Now please let them not be rotten. Okay, I destroyed them by taking them up. I'm sure this is one of the so-called inedible durians, but if there is an aril, it's edible. Not much flavor. The aril is soft. Tastes a little bit sweet, a little bit starchy. This one is actually sweeter. Yes, there is actually a really starchy taste to it. It's maybe like, it tastes like a really overcooked noodle. Like the one that melts in your mouth, or when you collect the scum from the water you cook the noodles in and the scum kind of congels somewhere. This is more or less the taste and consistency. Yeah, it tastes like noodles a little bit. That's what the seeds look like. Well, let's not forget that this is a not well developed fruit. I have 3 other ones and all of them are not really well developed. I guess I don't need a knife to open them. Okay, rotten. Anything more inside this one? Maybe here. No. Nothing. Okay, let's try. Okay, the chance that there is something edible in there is slim. But still, let's try. Yes, there seems to be one edible aril here. Let's try and extract it with a knife. Come on. Filming with one hand and trying to open a durian with the other hand is not too easy. Okay, now this aril. Again a durian that's mostly rotten. Yep, same thing. An overcooked noodle or the congealed scum of noodle water. Well, let's see. This one, nope, nothing inside. Nothing inside. Maybe here. No. Well, no more. So I guess this one, well, definitely not fit for cultivation. Definitely, yeah, more boring than all those durian species officially considered edible. But it has a very beautiful color, believe me. It's just like a beautiful orange or mandarin. So I'm pretty sure that it could be used for some hybridization, and maybe you'll get some very colorful durians and maybe even some with new tastes. Well, folks, I still have to figure out what to do with those seeds. Maybe I'll bring them a couple meters away to a more shady area and use the rest of my water on them to give them some good start. Would be really sad if this durian were to disappear. Well, folks, yeah, quite a sad video despite the lucky find, but I cannot help it. When I see so much rainforest being degraded and destroyed, I couldn't just pretend I haven't seen it. Well, folks, stay tuned for more fruit videos from the jungles of Borneo, as long as there are still some jungles in Borneo. And don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe.